On the morning of March 9th, 2019, Corcoran State Prison guards checked their cell and made a shocking discovery. Ramiro had been beheaded and eyes stabbed and other body parts removed. Osuna wore a necklace made of parts of Ramiro's body. Ha ha was written in blood all over the walls. Also written on the walls was the man with 1,000 faces. If Osuna wanted attention, he got it. But before we get any further, hello and welcome to the Murder House Radio Show. I am your host, X. On this show, we will be covering serial killers, mass shooters, disappearances, true crime, and the most deplorable things and people in history. All that good dark stuff. The Murder House Radio Show will be a radio show / podcast. I'll be uploading videos every Friday at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Once you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification and select all notifications if you are viewing on YouTube. And hit follow if you are listening on a podcasting platform. So sit down, get comfortable, grab some coffee or whatever your preferred beverage is, turn off the lights, and enjoy the show. So, Jamie Osuna was born on the 7th of March, 1988, in America, in Bakersfield, Kern County, California. As of 2022, he is 34 years old. Unfortunately, his father and mother divorced a year after he was born. As a result, he was raised by his mother, Michelle, and his stepfather, Jeff. His stepfather was rumored to be very abusive. There wasn't all that much information on all of that. He may have one sibling whose details are not public. His stepfather passed away in the year 2000 after having a heart attack, which is good in my opinion if he really was an abusive dude. Jamie had a tough childhood, characterized by torture, pain, and suffering. I'm guessing those are his words. His stepfather tortured him as a child. This is according to Osuna. At the age of 5, his stepfather used to tie him to a tree while whipping him. As well, his uncle once threw a brick at him. He is not offered any information regarding his educational background. As a result of his rough childhood and possibly his location, he did join local gangs while he was a teenager. This was to cope with his situation. He started using drugs. In particular, he started using methamphetamine. When he was 15, he was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. He was severely detained and had a history of several offenses, including battery, drug and substance possession, assault, and his high-profile arrest occurred in 2011 when he was 23 years old. He does have a wife. His wife goes by the name Jane. So Osuna and Jane met for the first time in 2008 at a party held at her house. They became good friends and started dating shortly after. The two dated for around 2 years before getting married in February 2010. The ceremony was held at Osuna's grandmother's house. Unfortunately, in August 2010, Osuna was arrested for injuring his wife. He was sentenced to 9 months in prison. He did not finish the 9 months and was released on parole. In August 2010, Jamie and Jane welcomed their first child into the world. The kid is now 12 years old, but little is publicly known about the child. Yeah, the parents would probably, well, the mother would probably want to keep the kid away from the father, understandably. And they both probably want to stay out of the spotlight. But anyway, the high profile case, he was arrested and accused of killing Yvette Pena. After their arrest, Osuna admitted he was one of the last people to see her alive at the El Morocco Hotel. He did not admit that he had killed her, but he did continue to add that he was innocent and hoped the family would find her killer. The scene of the crime had pictures shown that had knives protruding from the victim's back. Well, not knives, several stabbing instruments. For this, he was denied bail, forcing him to spend time in Karen County Jail. As well, his trial was delayed. Therefore, he remained locked up for 6 years while awaiting sentencing. In March of 2017, Osuna pled guilty to the first-degree murder of Yvette Pena. In addition, he pled guilty to a notable incident of torture in exchange for the waiving of the death penalty. In May 2017, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. During the court hearing, Jamie had a satanic pentagram tattooed on his face. In addition, he has embraced his role as the bad guy, where he publicly mocked the victim's family before the judge and the reporters. He also stated that he loved torturing others and he would kill again. I guess nobody, well, I wouldn't go as far to say nobody took him seriously. But, yeah. Even in prison. Yeah, he killed someone in prison, like I mentioned earlier. As a result, he was transferred to Corcoran State Prison. If I'm correct, this is a level 4 prison, so a maximum security, I believe. At Corcoran State Prison, an inmate had been put in Osuna's cell. Up until this point, Osuna had been housed alone, understandably. This inmate's name was Lewis. Lewis was a murderer who was arrested when he was 17 years old after being charged with second-degree murder. He was sentenced for shooting and killing a woman in Compton. He had already spent 27 years in prison when he was transferred to Corcoran on the 7th of March, 2019. On March 9th, 2019, the guards found Lewis's dismembered body. Osuna used a razor blade to cut Lewis's eyes and chopped off his fingers. Osuna also removed Lewis's ribs and sliced his lung. After disfiguring and desecrating him, he cut off his head and sliced both sides of his face to create what looked like a wide smile on Louis Romeo. The correctional officers also found Jamie Osuna's necklace, which was made of Lewis's body parts. So, yeah, it's an insight on what kind of guy this is. So Osuna did stay true to his word and did kill an additional person. I'm not sure if he has killed anybody else, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But, yeah. My phone is not cooperating. That's what I record these on, my phone. I used to have a mic, but the piece that connects to my phone broke, so I'll be on that as soon as possible. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on this case? I would, put a picture up so you can see the face of evil. But, yeah. It's taking forever to download on my phone. I don't know if it will download, but if it does, I will for sure upload it. But, yeah. If I accidentally left something out, leave it in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this case. So, that is the case of Jamie Osuna. Thank you for listening to this episode on the Murder House Radio Show. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday, or whenever you are listening to this. Check out the social medias and the sources in the description below. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Once you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification and select all to get all notifications if you are listening on YouTube. If you are listening on a podcasting platform, hit follow. Leave your suggestions for future episodes in the comments. See you next episode. This is your host X, signing off.